Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we're taking a closer look at something you've definitely seen, but probably never thought twice about. That cheerful twirling barber's pole outside your local shop. Yeah, the one that says, "Come in, get fresh, maybe leave with a slick fade." Well, it has a much darker backstory, one involving bloodletting, leeches and medieval surgery. Let's just say, in the 13th century, getting a trim wasn't the only thing being cut. So sit back, but maybe not too comfortably, because once you know what that pole really means, you'll never unsee it. The barber's pole is instantly recognizable. Red, white, and sometimes blue stripes swirling like a candy cane on a mission. But centuries ago, barbers weren't just snipping split ends and trimming beards. They were known as barber surgeons, and they were pulling teeth, setting bones, applying leeches, draining abscesses, even amputating limbs. Yes, all that, right next to the scissors and combs. You see, back in medieval Europe, physicians were rare and expensive. Barbers, on the other hand, affordable, local, and already handy with blades. So who better to drain your blood and trim your bangs? All before lunch? The pole itself is a direct reference to the bloody past of the profession. The red symbolizes arterial blood, the white stands for bandages. In the US, blue was added later. Some say to honor the flag, others say to represent venous blood. Historically, barbers would hang their used blood-soaked bandages outside the shop to dry. As the wind twisted them around a rod, it created the now familiar spiral. The pole represented the wooden staff that patients clutched during bloodletting procedures, something solid to grip while someone opened a vein. The basins often seen on the top and bottom of traditional poles. They represented the bowl used to catch the blood, and another to hold the leeches. In the 12th century, the church decided priests had better things to do than remove infected molars. Under Pope Innocent II, several councils, Clermont, 1130, Reims, 1131, and Lateran, 1139, banned clergy from performing surgery. This created a vacuum, and barbers filled it. By the early 13th century, barber surgeons were official. In Paris around 1210, Jean Pitard, surgeon to King Louis IX, helped found the College of Saint-Côme et Saint-Damien, separating academic surgeons, long robes, and barber surgeons, short robes. The short-robed professionals were the ones most people turned to, not only for shaves but also for stitches. Around the world, the barber pole's meaning varies, and so do its colors. In the UK, classic red and white. In France, red poles with attached basins. In the US, red, white and blue, a mix of medical symbolism and patriotic flair. In East Asia, similar color schemes adopted during modern westernization. In Renaissance Amsterdam, the pole itself functioned like a billboard. Red =sign bloodletting, white =sign tooth pulling or bone setting, blue =sign a shave. If you were lucky, it was the original menu outside the door. Except instead of coffee options, it listed your odds of surviving. As medical science advanced, society realized maybe the guy trimming your sideburns shouldn't also be amputating your toe. In 1745, the United Barber Surgeons Company in England split. Surgeons became a separate, licensed profession. Barbers focused on grooming, personal style, and, let's be honest, better small talk. The barber pole stuck with the barbers, even as its bloodier meaning faded. Today, barber poles are often motorized, lit with LEDs, and shine brighter than ever. In the US, only licensed barbers in some states are allowed to display one. It's considered a protected symbol of professional authority. In the mid-20th century, William Marvey of St. Paul, Minnesota, revolutionized pole production. By 2010, his company had produced over 82,000 poles. Though business has slowed, only about 500 poles are sold per year today, the legacy spins on. And then there are alternative meanings. In South Korea, a barber's pole might not signal a haircut, it might signal a different kind of service. Brothels disguised as barbershops often display two poles spinning in opposite directions. To avoid confusion, legitimate salons now post clear signs like hair salon, and even pictures of women with flowing hair. The pole is still a symbol, but just not always the one you expect. So the next time you see a spinning barber's pole outside a shop, remember, you're not just looking at a nostalgic bit of decoration, you're looking at a centuries-old relic of blood, pain, and professional evolution. The barber's pole isn't just about grooming, it's about survival. transformation and the surprisingly fine line between shaving and surgery. Thanks for watching, and if this made your next haircut feel a little more epic, give us a like, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment. Would you trust a medieval barber with your wisdom teeth? See you in the next video, where history always cuts a little deeper.